So the starter Pokemon, as usual, are Fire, Water, and Grass type. Sprigatito is the Grass type, which evolves into Meow Scarata. I'm probably saying that wrong. a Grass and Dark type Pokemon. Fuecoco is the Fire type, which evolves into Skeledirge, a Fire and Ghost type Pokemon. And Quaxly is the Water type, which evolves into Quaxquavel, a Water and Fighting type Pokemon. We've been told that the 8 gyms can be done in any order you choose, so unlike previous games, gym order isn't necessarily as important for your starter choice, although there is no world scaling, so the gyms will be set at a certain level. You just don't need to complete one to progress into the story. So essentially, which Pokemon does the best against all the gyms combined? There are going to be 8 gyms. There's going to be the Grass type gym, the Electric type gym, the Ice type gym, the Ghost type gym, the Normal type gym, the Water type gym, the Bug type gym, and the Fairy type gym. So let's go ahead and take a look at how each Pokemon lines up, both their first evolution and their final evolution, as the types do change. So as you can see, Sprigatito ends up with a score of 0 overall. Meow Scarata, its evolution, ends up with a score of 2 overall. Fuecoco starts with a score of 5. And Skeledirge, its evolution, ends up with a total score of 8. And finally, Quaxly begins with a score of -2 and ends up with a score of 0. So as you can see, overwhelmingly, Fuecoco is the best choice against this lineup of gym leaders, only really having an issue with the Water type gym leader. Quaxly only ends up having a positive match against the Ice, Normal, and Bug type gyms. Sprigatito only having a positive matchup against the Water, Ghost, Electric, and Grass type gyms. Keep in mind, however, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is more than just the gym leaders. Let's take a look at the Titan Pokemon next. So there are 5 Titan Pokemon that you will be searching for in the Path of Legends. So these Pokemon are going to be Steel, Rock, Flying, Ground, and Dragon types. So let's see how the starter Pokemon line up here. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at the final evolutions for these. So Fuecoco ends up with a total score of 0. Quaxly ends up with a total score of 3, and Sprigatito ends up with a total score of 2. So as you can see, against the Titan Pokemon, Fuecoco ends up scoring last, with Sprigatito in second and Quaxly in first. However, we're still not done yet, because in addition to the gym leaders, the Victory Road path, and the Titan Pokemon, the Path of Legends, there is another option to pursue in Team Star, the Starfall Street. So as Team Star will be using the Poison, Fire, Fighting, Psychic, and Dark types. If you haven't noticed, that means that we will be facing a boss type encounter with every type in the game, so that's very cool. So let's go ahead and take a look. So Fuecoco ends up with a total score of 3. Quaxly also ends up with a total score of 3, leaving Sprigatito with a total score of 1. So against Team Star, both Fuecoco and Quaxly tie for first place, with Sprigatito falling behind in third. For gym leaders, we had Fuecoco in first, with Sprigatito in second, Quaxly in third. Titans, we had Quaxly in first, Sprigatito in second, and Fuecoco in third. And Team Star, we had Quaxly and Fuecoco tying for first and Sprigatito in third. Total type points a lot to Fuecoco with 11, Quaxly with 4, and Sprigatito with 5. So overall, the best starter choice for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet would be Fuecoco, with Sprigatito as the overall second best choice and Quaxly as the worst overall choice under these circumstances. However, if you specifically want to pursue the Path of Legends and the Titan Pokemon, Quaxly is the best choice. And if you specifically want to pursue Starfall Street and Team Star, then both Fuecoco and Quaxly are the best choices. At the end of the day, however, you can always fill in your team with other Pokemon to fill the weaknesses for your starter Pokemon. So while you certainly can choose your starter Pokemon based upon this, you can always choose your starter based on which one looks cooler. I'm not going to show the evolved forms of these Pokemon here, as they have not been officially revealed. However, if you are interested to see the final forms, you can check out @CentroLeaks on Twitter, who have data mined Scarlet and Violet and posted photos for the starter evolutions and much more. The final variable to consider is the VGC viability of these Pokemon, if that's something that you're interested in. The stats and abilities have been leaked, which I personally deem as less spoilery, so if you don't want to know, then again, click away now. Meow Scarata is a Dark and Grass type with the hidden ability Protein. It is a physical attacker with a base attack of 110 and a base speed of 123, quite similar to Cinderace and Greninja. Skeledirge is a Fire and Ghost type with the hidden ability Unaware. It is a bulky special attacker with 104 base HP, 100 base defense, 75 base special defense, and 110 base special attack with 66 speed. Finally, Quaquaval is a water and fighting type with the hidden ability Moxie. It's a moderately bulky physical attacker with base 85 HP, base 80 defense, base 75 special defense, base 120 attack, and base 85 speed. First, let's talk about Skeledirge. Skeledirge's hidden ability is Unaware. This is easily the least obviously powerful ability. Essentially, it causes Skeledirge to ignore enemies' increased or decreased stats. This means that if your opponent uses Swords Dance to boost their attack by 2 stages, their physical attacks will do regular damage to Skeledirge. Similarly, if your opponent uses Amnesia to boost their special defense by 2 stages, Skeledirge will ignore these boosts and deal damage as though they had no boosts at all. As a bulky attacker, this ability should actually work quite well for Skeledirge depending on how prevalent stat boosting is in Scarlet and Violet. So next, let's talk about Quaquaval. Quaquaval's hidden ability is Moxie, which raises its attack stat by 1 stage upon knocking out an enemy Pokemon, and this is a very powerful ability. The potential problem for Quaquaval is it will absolutely require support in order to function properly. The Moxie ability combined with its base 120 attack gives it plenty of offensive potential, but its speed stat is quite poor, not fast and not slow enough for Trick Room. That means that Quaquaval is most likely to be used with a Tailwind team. However, it still has to be worried about the Intimidate ability, which is a very common ability to run into in VGC. So while it definitely has potential, I wouldn't expect it to be overwhelmingly successful in Double Battle. Final Pokemon is Meow Scarada, which has the Protein ability. This is the same ability as Greninja and has the same effect as Cinderace's ability Libero. Essentially, upon using a move, Meow Scarada's type will change to the type of the move used, gaining a stab damage bonus and changing its type defensively as well. It is worth noting that this ability has been nerfed in Scarlet and Violet, only triggering a single time after being sent out. With the new mechanic of terastallization, this poses an interesting question of how this ability will actually work when terastallized. Presumably, this will allow Meow Scarada to override its Terra type with its ability, allowing for Meow Scarada to match any Terra type to its base type via its ability Protein in combination with the new move Terra Blast, which changes its type to your Terra type when terastallized. This would allow Meow Scarada to choose any type in the game to change type to and hit with an 80 base power Terra Blast with a 1.5 times stab boost and a 1.33 times same type Terra boost for a total of 160 base power. If this is the case, I think this could definitely have some serious potential as it turns Meow Scarada into a true wildcard able to deal massive damage of any type. I could see Meow Scarada being a popular Life Orb attacker, although as a physical attacker it will also have to watch out for enemy Intimidate Pokemon. There is one final variable to take into consideration, however, as the signature moves for these Pokemon have been revealed. Skeledirge learns Torch Song, an 80 base power Fire-type special attack with a 100% chance to raise its special attack by 1 stage. This will be perfect for the bulky attacker Pokemon that it is and give it some serious snowball potential under Trick Room. Quaquaval learns Aqua Step, an 80 base power water type physical move with a 100% chance to raise its speed stat by 1 stage. This will synergize extremely well with its hidden ability Moxie, allowing it to very easily snowball out of control without nearly as much need for assistance from a partner Pokemon with Tailwind. I expect this Pokemon to be extremely powerful, particularly in single battle formats. Finally, Meow Scarada learns Flower Trick, a 70 base power grass type physical attack with a 100% chance to critically strike. Not only is this extremely nice as it is essentially a no drawback 105 base power move, but it is also a critical strike, meaning that you ignore attack drops on yourself or defense boosts on your opponent. Additionally, this allows for the option to pair Meow Scarada with an Anger Point Pokemon like the new Fire and Fighting Tauros form, and instantly boost Tauros' attack by 6 stages. All in all, the starters all look to have potential. I'd say Meow Scarada likely has the most competitive potential. I'm personally interested in Skeledirge. Quaquaval looks surprisingly powerful, but may excel more in a single battle format than a double battle format. With all this in mind, which starter will you choose? Let me know down in the comments below. For myself, I'm thinking I will choose Fuecoco. I don't usually go for the fire type, but there's something about the singing crocodile that I like. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in the Paldea region.